please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. So I'm catching up on Big Finish. I'm in behind on my Big Finish. I'm catching up with the Fourth Doctor Adventures. I don't know what they call the box set. It's the one with the Ice Warriors and the other one with the Atlantis-like planet, right? Is the last one that just came out. Look, these, as you'll hear from the review, these weren't bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm saturated, right? I think the market is completely saturated. I don't feel a need to get the next Fourth Doctor Adventures. I think I'm going to do it just to wrap up the Neris Hughes season. But the next 3 box sets are all with Sullivan and Cross, which I'm not interested in at all, right? I tried getting into it with Unit Nemesis, didn't get through the first box set. I mean, if I don't finish a box set, forget it. I'm not going in for more. So then they were in Sylvester McCoy. I don't think they work very well, right? I don't think they work very well. I'll talk about this in the review. But, you know, there has to be a better reason for me to listen to a Fourth Doctor story. Maybe by the time they do something after the next 3 box sets, will be a year or two, I've got some space, right? I will got my appetite back. But right now, I'm afraid, this is not a recommend, sadly. Again, not bad, just not a recommend. I would actually rather listen to, like, the very early Paul Maggs Nest Cottage stuff, even though that's not like Doctor Who at all. I found it more fun, I found it more entertaining. Also, the earlier stuff, I like the Missing Adventures adaptations. I thought they were excellent. I found the comic book adaptations excellent. I really enjoy those. But the main range, the main Fourth Doctor range, the stories are more miss than hit. You do get good seasons. I did like the Syndicate season. That's the one that was a sequel to the Dalek Master Plan. I like this. Yeah, it's always a delight to hear Tom Baker. It really, genuinely is always a delight to hear Tom Baker. Am I willing to pay? Was it $30 again to hear more? No, I'll just listen to my huge back catalogue. But so Big Finish, I'm begging you, you need to step up your game a bit, because you're losing me as a customer, and not through obnoxious wokeness, right? Much for which wokeness, I always have to define that term. Wokeness is there's a couple of definitions. It's a mindless adherence to social media algorithms' idea of what is moral and what is not, right? That's why it changes all the time. Also, it's in entertainment, it's taking something with an existence, powerful, strong audience base and using it to platform ideology. That's essentially what woke means. And it was not that. None of it said, right? It wasn't. It's just market saturated by you, Big Finish. And this stuff just isn't doing it for me to come back in. Let me know what you think. Are you feeling the same way? I don't know. I used to love Big Finish. Man, during their early years, the 90s, late 90s, and the 2000s, before the show came back, it was such an important part of fandom, right? It was such an important part of Doctor Who, and it just kind of like fell by the wayside. So I find that a little bit sad. Never mind. Hopefully the next thing I listen to is going to be better. I don't think it is. It's the Return of Joe Jones, and I'm still on the first disc of that. I found that kind of painful to get through. Anyway, look, this month we've got the War Doctor and Space 1999, which I think both of them, which I'm optimistic will be good. Fine, can I ask you like, share, subscribe? That'd be fantastic. I stream daily onto Twitter, onto Rumble, and to YouTube. It's the same stream on 3 different platforms. I put videos onto Facebook as well. Come and hang out on live stream. We have fun. We take the piss. It's a laugh, right? That's basically the plan. We have a laugh. Look in the video notes. You'll find links to everything. If you want to be super nice to me, super duper duper nice, head over to Rumble and subscribe to me there. And also, I'm not sure if this is out yet, but the first part of this, I have a deep fake Colin Baker reading the fantastic Millennial Rights. I love this book. I didn't realize Craig Hinton had passed away. I was really sad to hear that. I mean, it was long time ago, right? Great book. So it's a deep fake Colin Baker reading that book on tape. You can get it on my YouTube channel. You can get it as an MP3 on my Substack in the video notes. Sign up for that stuff. It's free, baby. It's all free. Anyway, with that said, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fantastic. Now, let me hand over to me from last night. This is $31, blimey. Okay. I think because the price has gone up. So we got two stories here in this box set, two four-parters. For me, it's skippable, right? For me, this whole box set is skippable. It just feels like they got Tom Baker and they want to make more Doctor Who. There doesn't seem to be much of a point to these stories, right? Like I understood them doing like 6 or 8 stories a year on TV in the 70s because that was a job, but this is just constantly churning out stories. And again, it just feels they've saturated the market to the point where there needs to be some high concept reason for their this story, right? They need to look for it. Like, what's the future? That worked very well. The Tom Baker, David Tennant one worked very well. The comic book adaptations work very well. The novel adaptations work very well. These are just weaker, right? Even though this has a good central idea about it. For fun, let's read the blurb and I'll tell you a bit more. Recently, the world changed for Margaret Hopwood. Everything she knew about was turned upside down by the arrival of a strange man in blue box. Yeah, so Neris Hughes was a one-time companion in the last box set, or the last one before this. She was pretty good, right? I mean, I get the idea of the Doctor having an older companion. That's nice. That works. But again, this just feels tired to me. It just really does feel tired. So when he comes back with a lady called Leela and an invitation to an unusual art gallery, she's more than happy to join him for the ride. And what a ride it is, because it's an art gallery on a distant world where a deadly plan is about to commence, or one involving creatures called the Ice Warriors. So it's an original story, right? I don't feel this is derivative of anything. Again, just didn't. The market's saturated. I'd rather have listened to older stuff and not paid for this. Yeah, 2020 with 2020 vision. So the basic idea is that Margaret Hopwood is a sculptor, and the Doctor is taking her to see her sculptures in the future. How that they're very expensive, and she's like, well, very well regarded, right? Tom Baker's excellent. Louise Jameson's excellent. Neris Hughes is excellent. The whole cast is excellent, right? I don't want to say it's shit because it's not. I didn't need it. So they go there. There's an Ice Warrior delegation, and they do something interesting with the Ice Warriors in that they are in it for the money. Right? The Ice Warriors are very embittered and well, you cannot eat honor. You know, they're like that. So that's an interesting take on it. I think that probably would have worked better with Colin Baker in an 80s story. But it was an interesting idea. I like that idea. But generally speaking, meh. Right? What would I rather have? 1636 or this story? Right? I think I would rather have 1636. Quite frankly. Well, how much is the next box set? Because I think it goes up in price. So the next one is 25, right? If you buy it early, 25. I think it goes up to 36, I think. 31. Because I think this is the last one, and I'm basically out on that after these, because then you're on to the next 3 are all with the TARDIS team that I'm not really enamored with. It's what's the name, with Christopher Naylor and Eleanor Crooks. And Ellen Crooks isn't very good. I hate to be the one to say it, but just isn't very good. And she was basically cast because they wanted more diversity and representation. And she's just not really good enough, right? And on the cover, with all the covers she's on, they make her look smaller than she is to make her look like she's physically feels right for a companion when she really doesn't, right? And I don't think you can offset that physicality. I'm afraid, I think people's physical beings just exude in unseen body language, which again you can't see on the you can't see body language on audio, but you can kind of feel it. So this next one, To the Lost, I found this a real chore to finish because I felt that it was just pointless. It was an interesting idea. Would have been a pretty strong season 15 story. Would have slotted in there quite nicely. It's like I'll read the blurb. Fine. Antilla, a place of mystery, a manufactured island in space, lost to time, but now it's been found. The Doctor and his friends arrive at Antilla at the same time as the expeditionary party, delighted to solve one of the greatest mysteries in history. But they may have found more than they bargained for. Some things are better off lost. So I'm kind of reminded what Rusty Davis said when he brought back the show in 2005, right? Why it's all very set on Earth, why it's Earth-centric. He said, if you have the Zog planet, which is where the Zog people are being menaced by the Zog monster, you're not that interested. You're not that engaged. You need humanity in it. So that's kind of the thing. Having this mysterious planet Antilla, like this Atlantis-like planet, you kind of lost it. But and I think it would have worked better if the Doctor landed accidentally on this expedition to find this lost planet, right? And then went on the expedition with them rather than just happening to meet up together, right? It's that you would have had more of a sense of adventure finding this lost planet. And then when you find it, you know there is an evil mad scientist at the heart of it cackling, whose strings are being pulled by even more evil things. Again, it's not a bad story. It's just I don't need it, right? I just don't need it. That's how I felt about the last Star Cops box set, right? I didn't buy it because I'm like, do I care if I don't have any more Star Cops in my life? And I'm like, no, I don't. Right? I don't care if it's I don't care. Right? I'd rather have the $15, $20, right? I really would. That's it. It might be a Dewey evaluation, but that is the evaluation that I'm making right now. So this, I don't know, again, I found it not so engaging, but nothing I can really put my finger on that I thought was bad. It was just weak, right? Just weak. Sadly, right? Sadly, it's a shame, but yeah, never mind. So that was 12 season 12 of box set 12 of the Doctor. So the next one, the Friendly Invasion, and was it the Wizard of Time? Both sound kind of fun, right? Roy Gill, Chris Chapman. They sound like like they'll be fun books. They're fun stories. I think I'm probably getting this one because this one really does wrap up the. And also, I think I prefer them being the stories being two-parters, which I never liked at first, but like now I kind of miss that. And Cold Stone is the Doctor versus the Angels. It's written by Roland Moore. Roland Moore's always pretty good. And there's no there's no continuation for this character planned, right? So for a long time. So we got next thing is you have how so wait, how many box sets with that? We had 1, 2. Well, we know you had 1. Again, New Frontiers. I get this is such a tie them together. Do a damn theme. Oh, so annoying. New Frontiers. Oh, it's cold. No, it just doesn't really work. I'm sorry. Angel and Demons. Who knows? I think So then the next 3. When's this one due out? September 2024. Right. So I don't know. Are they going to bring their shoes back? And they did all enjoy working with each other. I guess there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff announced. But no, this one sadly not a recommend for me. Right. Not a recommend. Although not bad. I can't say it was bad, right? I really can't say it was bad. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet! Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.